Yes. It's steel.
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Keeping it real.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, and this is Steel Keeping It Real. Now, I do want to thank the overwhelming response that I've got for my last BTS video, Permission to Dance. It's been less than 24 hours, and now I've had the most views of any video that I've ever put out there. So, thank you very much. Now, I'm going to kind of get to the real part of the Steel Keeping It Real and actually do a review of a movie I just finished watching. I just finished watching the Amazon Prime movie, The Tomorrow War. Now, if you're unfamiliar, let me go ahead and show you the trailer.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Boy, they say kids never come by unless they need something.
Dad, I need your help.
I'll get my coat.
30 years in the future, we are fighting a war. Our enemy is not human, and we are losing. We need you to fight.
I will be back.
And I love you, Chickpea.
7 days from now, when you're sent into that war, you won't be fighting for your country. You'll be fighting for the world.
Is it all right?
Yeah, going to war.
Stop talking. Listen.
Sorry, when I'm nervous, I talk. I'm like a 97 on the nervous scale.
That should be fun.
Welcome to the future. You and your unit are now in 2051.
They're everywhere.
We are food, and they are hungry. Our enemy is smarter, faster, and stronger than you can possibly imagine. Do you want to see something really dangerous?
I feel like literally that's all I've been doing since I got here, but okay.
Within the next few weeks, the human species will disappear from the face of the earth.
Nothing we do here matters.
No, that's where you're wrong. I don't believe that one bit.
Together, we can stop this war from ever happening.
This is my opportunity to give this world a second chance. Second chances are really hard to come by.
Light him up!
I'm not gonna hide. I'm gonna fight.
It's not even loaded.
Yeah, it's not loaded. It's a pressurized cabin. Why would I load it in the cabin? The bullet goes in thing and everybody's sucked out.
So that was the trailer. As you can see, there's a lot of action going on in this movie. I can tell you that I was actually on the edge of my seat at least until I got to see actually what they were fighting. And then once I saw it, I'm like, wow. The creature is about as intimidating as either the Aliens creature with a little bit of, just a little bit faster. If I were to compare, certain parts of this movie to anything, it would be Tom Cruise's Edge of Tomorrow. They have a lot of similarities between the two. Now, one thing I'm known for is not really giving away spoilers, so I'm not going to try to ruin the movie for you. I'll just kind of give you an overview. So, as I said, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, and I remember when I actually paused the movie and then came back, I don't think I paused it again. and because I really was engaged. There really hasn't been a lot of movies this year where I felt engaged. I did like the movie Greenland, but this one, because there was so much action, you could breathe for a minute and then there's another action scene, and then you could breathe for a minute and then there's another action scene. So it didn't feel like the over 2 hours long that it was. I think it's 2 hours and 16 minutes long. It didn't feel that long because of the interspersed action, and you wanted to get to a conclusion with this movie. You wanted to see how it was going to end. You have Chris Pratt, and you have also J.K. Simmons. You can't go wrong with J.K. because, even though he is an Oscar winner, he's just an all-around likable guy, even though he normally plays characters that are a little salty, that are a little rough around the edges. So it almost makes it hard for you to love him, but yet there's still that personality, there's still that charm, that charisma that comes through in any particular character that he will play. I can't remember the main actress's name. It has like a Russian sounding last name or Russian looking last name, maybe even Polish. I've seen her in other movies. I can't remember her last name, but other than that, most of the people are either, hey, that's that dude, or you don't know who that person is. But it went fast. Another thing I want to bring in is that I always love it when a movie does something in the very beginning and then, somewhere further down the line of the movie, there's a callback to that. I always love it when they do that because it's like, hey, I remember this, and that I'm going to go, hey, I remember when they mentioned that. So there's that. It also was very clever in the actual storytelling, and each particular chapter that went by, is almost like a good novel. It just keeps building up, and of course, like the whole trilogy way you do it, especially compared to Star Wars, is that you have the victory at the beginning story, and then the next part, the next chapter, like Empire Strikes Back, is like, there's some pushback, and now there's going to be a tragedy, and then everything's going to end up in the Return of the Jedi as being like, hey, now we're all back, we won, and everything is over and done with. That's usually the formula for, any good movie or story. And this one really doesn't play any different. It gets a little sentimental because I'm a guy, and I don't show a lot of emotions. You want to call it toxic masculinity, you can call it whatever you want. It is what it is. So there were certain parts of this movie that I felt were very touching. It might not be what you thought, but I know which parts were really touching, and they had to deal with family members. But other than that, I actually recommend this movie to watch. If I were to give it a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I will give this movie a 9. Alright? So please continue to like, subscribe, share, comment,